If you're interested in building out high ticket products for your business, learning how to get over the 7-figure mark, this video is for you. I recently invited down Fahad and Manx, and Fahad and Manx manage large influencers. Some of the influencers like Eddie Abu, where they run the entire backend for his entire operation, building the funnels, running the school for them. They literally manage end-to-end for digital services for large influencers. And I wanted to be able to show them on how to create another high ticket product, on how much more leverage they can create within their business, on how they can even go even further from where they are right now. So in this video, you're going to see everything that I did with them step by step on building out their high ticket product. You're going to see how to build a high ticket product. You're going to see how to, from start to finish, run the onboarding for that product and how to deliver it. In this video, you're going to get a step-by-step guide on how we build the high ticket product, how we would actually ascend people towards a bigger product after, and step-by-step onboarding for the entire product itself. So stick around for the video, and if you're interested in seeing more, subscribe to the video. Okay, show you my roadmap. Okay. So what happens in my business, step by step, is I have my course, which is mapped out within segments. So my course specifically is intro, and then intro has like, welcome to the course, goal setting, what's your purpose, that type of stuff, and like welcome to the course. Then it's got brand, and then on brand we do market research, audience segments, finding your audience, avatar, all that stuff. Then on here, after that it's offer creation. So you make the offer, how to make the offer, what's the current offers in the market, how to create a pitch, how to make an irresistible offer, and that uses the same value equation in that method. Then here I do content. This is like modules on like editing, filming, paid ads, organic. So it shows you all the different types of content, why it's different from each type. So these are all like 30-minute videos with PDFs, and this is the course in short. And I'll talk you through the roadmap. Then it's lead gen. All the lead sources, everything from like IG, LinkedIn, covering where you would get leads, how you get leads, what's the script. And then sales training, which is the main bulk. This is like in so many sections. It's like mindset and high ticket selling offers, deposits, scripts, like everything within sales. And then here is sales teams, and it's called sales upshift, which is how to hire a setter, how to hire a closer, how to get a sales manager to run meetings with your closers, every part of that journey, which is like how to manage a high performing sales team, how to run beginning of day meetings, end of day meetings, on managing a team, and that's the bulk. This is the main thing, but most businesses that are on board, they might have an issue somewhere here. So I have to provide all of this context to them within the course, within the program, because if they come here and they have something that's broken within their offer and brand, this needs to be fixed. So they have to go through this flow. So what happens is they get onboarding, which will be all the automations, and then they get email to the course, email to the Slack channel and all that stuff. After that, they have a call after every section with the expert of that place, of that area. So here on intro, if I was to do this call, it would be called a business audit. So each of these calls are called something different, because that way, if I have 100 clients on the system, I can look at, out of those 100 clients, what's the time someone goes from here to here. Because the quicker in the offer section, we get them to launch an offer and make some money. If we don't get them to make some money very early on in the program, they're not going to be able to go further down and get the back end offer or believe in the program or do anything like that. So we have to be able to get them through from intro to completing their brand to getting their offer launched within 2 weeks. If I can do that, if I can sell to a business for 15K, get them to come on board, then get them 5, 10, 15K, because remember I've got them to sell a high ticket, 5K, 10K, 15K, coach them how to do it, and then show them the sales training. If I can get them to make those sales, even 2 or 3, they've won their money back that they've invested, instantly, they're now going to be more receptive towards the back end offer and staying with me long term, and then being a part of my community and masterminds. So it's all designed not just in the information they need, but also time to value and how fast we can get people through it. And the normal journey is, if we have a sales company that has 4 closes or wants to build closes, the founder or the CEO will focus on this module. The brand person of that business will go here. The different experts or different department heads will go on different areas. And then their closes, if they have 6 closes, they get access to this. And this will eventually be a separate school, which will just be for closes. And then when we onboard businesses, if they have 5 closes, they'll send them all to here. Within this school, we'll be running coaching calls for closes for the businesses that we're working with.
Okay, so for this whole roadmap, like, who is your ideal avatar?
It's a business that's making at least 20K a month. Okay. Because if they're not making 20K a month, they haven't fixed lead flow, they haven't fixed brand. We have these sections there, but we're not there to fix that. We're a sales training, sales optimization company. And we coach people in this section, but we have all this material there.
And what type of companies do they need to be? Like, what niche? What
Any
service,
internet online business, digital business, so service-driven business, coach, consultant, agency owner. If they're not like that, then they can't work with us.
Okay.
Because if we had like some guy who's got a barbershop and wants to make more sales, a lot of this stuff isn't relevant. Yeah. Even though he could learn some stuff, it's not relevant. That's my journey on how it looks. Then there's the mechanism. So this is the actual points of my course. The mechanisms are, I actually missed out something here. Over here, we give them an option to take our CRM. And this is our SaaS play. So what we do is, straight after we've done their offer, I know that we can't generate them any leads until they have somewhere to house those leads. Yeah. So over here, they get a prompt to take our CRM, and then our CRM will be a white label version of Go High Level. So if you were to do it in your business, we'll come up with your structure, where to put that CRM in, how to put it in, how to add that SaaS recurring revenue into your business, and how you would structure it. But that is overall. And then they have a call with the CRM support team over here. They have a call as an offer refinement call here. So that call is with the account manager to look over their offer, make sure it makes sense. Because if they've come with a sales issue, sometimes it's because they're not targeting the right people. So we make sure we have the offer call with them. Let's say we need to talk about brand in any way. We got multiple sections on that. A lot of it's like market research and brand clarity. And we don't really talk about brand colors or brand specific stuff like that. It's mainly just their brand overall. But that's normally the cycle that they go through. Some people will go through this within 2 weeks, and some people are just slow when they just come onto courses, which is just the nature of it, and they'll just take a long time to go through it. But most people can get through all of this within 90 days. And ideally, if they think of this scenario, they have 2 closes. The 2 closes are closing at 25-30%. We move them up by 5%. They're selling 10K packages. So now the closer who's bringing 100K is now bringing 130K. Each closer is now bringing in 30K more each. So they invested 15K with us, and they got 60K of more sales within the first month of their closers closing at a higher rate. Nice. So the system is all built on metrics and KPIs. Okay. And like this sales upshift is so comprehensive. It's like when you hire a setter, how do you interview them? What do you say? How do you run group interviews? How do you give them a script? How do you check if they're good? How do you hire a closer? How do you do interviews? How do you recruit? How do you make a recruitment funnel? That is like, there's not a lot of people really doing that stuff. So that's like my area of expertise there.
How comes you have so much expertise there?
Just because I've done it for that many years. I worked for a big company for a long time. You guys are, in one way, lucky. You might not feel it, but like, you guys figured out what you wanted to do early on. You found purpose and you found your skills. I worked for a company. I slaved away for a company. I worked for 2 8-figure companies, and I worked for 1 8-figure company that was making 30 million. A sales trainer, sales manager, managing all their salespeople. Then I worked for another swim company that was in London. And these companies, I was just on a salary. One salary I was on back in 2017, 30K a year, and then a commission double that. One commission was like, another company was like 50K a year plus a commission. So I never used to make as much money as you guys make now on that same skill set, but I was doing it. But then when I do it for myself, now I have to add marketing and personal brand on top of my skills, which is why I'm weak on it. So it's very obvious why my weak points are what they are. And this is for me to ask the right people the questions. Does this make sense of what I do?
Yeah, it makes sense. This is your coaching program, right? Do you have
Yeah.
any accountability things in place?
Yes, so Slack channel. So there's SOPs in place where if they don't complete a set task or they don't reply within 4 days, the CSM will reach out, customer success manager will reach out and say, how you doing, what's going on. There's a bunch of automations at the back end as well. And then like all the other things are like accountability. There's also, every section has a call at the end of it. So that is the accountability. And then the group calls aren't really accountability, they are more knowledge and Q&As. But like after brand, we make sure we're happy with the avatar and all that stuff. So that's accountability for that, with the offer, CRM. So this is served as also accountability. Then within Slack, on the top bar of it, you can see a support call. So they get an opportunity to book at least 3 or 4 support calls. We say you can book at least 2 support calls within that 90 days if you need them, but we actually give 4 because you give more than the customers are paid for. Yeah. So logically, we always promise less and give more. So then that's the secret behind it. Let's map out what the solution is at the end first. What is the solution that they're going to get from you?
They have an audience that they need to obviously monetize. They want to be making consistent cash flow from their coaching programs.
Can you say how much?
50k a month.
So you have to have an outcome. I know you say logically you can't because it's like, well, we can't promise money.
And plus it's different niches as well. And plus it also kind of depends on the creator. With Eddie, for example, he does low ticket and he's got quite a big following. Whereas someone like Okpa, he's Airbnb, doesn't have that many followers, but he's high ticket.
Okay, I'm going to talk about things a bit differently. I don't think Eddie's using his business properly at all. Because you've obviously done an amazing job with him to monetize it all because he's making great money. But the truth is, he's not selling high ticket. He's not really creating those packages and doing it properly. He's doing like school and ebooks. Yeah. That's just not, it's not like, he's had to have such a big top of funnel to make that a success. And you have to think of like, what made that work? That was based upon an algorithm really pushing him rather than your mechanism working. So a business can't be reliant on an algorithm. You have to have your format. You come in, right now your format might be, you come in, we make you a membership site, we also make ebooks and e-products, whatever the format is. We have to have a high ticket element because otherwise people don't see return of money and you rely on them having such a big top funnel which takes them time, which means your time to value, the time that you give them reward is too long. Does this make sense? Yeah. So I think you get people in, you come up with a high ticket product. Are you good at making offers?
Describe to me what an offer is.
An offer is something that's compelling enough for people to look at and think that's going to help me, something of a lot of value. So if you're charging 5k, it's giving 20k of value for you to sell it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, if you can do that, and I think you are good at it as well. If you're good at that, people come into your system, you're funnel builders, but you do it based upon the bottom of the funnel being a high ticket offer. Okay. If you just run your format of school, you have to wait for that influencer to blow up, for you to make money, for them to make money.
Definitely.
That's why we want to focus our attention more on the high ticket people now.
Yeah.
Eddie's just one example.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like a one and done type.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to be monetizing high ticket products for people of a large audience, it would make sense for you to also have a high ticket product. Okay. Because then you've got experience on selling it. Because you're going to be coaching people and helping other businesses sell 5, 10, 15k plans, but you're not doing that for yourself. So there will be an implementation issue that you've not done enough, you've not seen the problems that come up, you've not seen the objections enough, you've not seen the follow-up sequence enough. So
we become our own client, basically.
Yeah, and I think if you come here and we just did this revenue split model and mapped it all out, you don't actually need that today. We will do it, but the biggest thing that I can help you with is getting high ticket sales in of something that we can monetize from your skill set. And I think you can have a school community, You can charge the $100, $200 just like Max Prezon, and you can show people your funnel building methods and all that stuff. But I think at the back end of that is a high ticket product, maybe a done for you or do it with you system with coaching calls.
Definitely, that's what we've been discussing recently. Is that the money is in the high ticket, and it's more like intentional because, like you said, being pushed by the algorithm, you're relying on a huge top of funnel. If you really want to squeeze the maximum value out of someone, you add value, make you a compelling offer, but with the high ticket, it makes more sense.
Do you want customers like me who are got a poor social media and potentially a good business, or do you want guys who have got a good social media and you want to sell them a high ticket offer to help them monetize? Which one?
Ideally the latter.
Okay, so let's, so the problem, so if we did problem and solution, and then we mapped out the journey in between, that makes more sense, doesn't it?
But you see with our high ticket offer, right? So right now where our plan is to do the whole revenue thing, when does the high ticket offer come into play for?
It's a separate thing. Because your revenue model, like, it is good, but it's only relevant to large partners. Because if you become a partnerships company that's doing revenue splits, you have to scout those people in the beginning. They're going to be harder to come by, and it has more operational drag. It takes a lot of your time. I just think if we put you in a high ticket program, you can give value to a lot more people. Those people will ascend up to, I've just clicked on for me as well. If we was to do this high ticket program, if you're selling high ticket programs, the people who see success turn into partners.
Yeah, that's the
yes.
The main plan.
Because then what we've done is we've got money on the front end, protected you, invested your time, but also the people that are successful will only ever find you and take the offer because they've been successful through your program.
And it's like more recurring.
Yeah, no different to Hormozi, consume our free content and then we'll invest in you.
Exactly.
But with us it's consumer.
Yeah. And then you become like a portfolio company that takes investments in shares, which is how you actually grow a massive business. Like my goal is to, let's get to 10 million for my business, and then after I get to 10 million, find other founders that are running a good business, invest and take their share of 30%, use my team and build their business with them. That's like how the biggest leverage that you talk about in business to grow.
Ideally, that's how we want to do it. We want to have a pool of creators that we do have percentage from, and obviously our team comes in as consultants to help grow them. But in the beginning, like you said, we need the 10K, 15K.
So should we do a back-end offer on your business, which will be a partnership, but it's for relevant to the right people? And very quickly, within the first few activation points, you'll be like, we know they're going to be good. And that's when the conversation will change. And that 10K, you'll say, you know what, we're actually going to help you grow and scale to 7 figures. And this is what we're going to do with you. And we're not even going to charge you. You'll make the offer so irresistible. We actually, you know what, we've seen so much potential. We believe in you. We will help you. And we're not going to charge you. We'll run it all. It's a done for you system and we'll just take a cut. Or it will be something like, I can tell that you're really struggling on this side of the business with the sales element and it's causing you a lot of stress. And we don't normally do this, but we're happy to take you on as a partner because of you. We believe in you. So why don't we just partner up together? So
would you say the high ticket offer is a done with you or done for you?
Your high ticket offer is a done with you. Because it's done for you if you were posting for them, if you were doing their content, if you were doing every part of it for them, then it's done with you, then done for you. If you do a done...
It only comes in with the revenue.
Yeah, because that's when your model really works, because you're going to do it for them because you already know that they have potential. And this will, the issue that I was having with the model initially was, how do we make sure you attract the right people that you put your energy in? And this is how. Okay. And let's say we attracted, we just set a goal. Let's say we set KPIs for you, 20 people per month selling 10K plans. We can move it to 15K over time. Let's start at 10K and we're going to come up with how we provide 50K of value, but sell it for 10K. Then at the back end of that is a revenue model, if they're good. And then you want to sell 20 of these per month as a KPI. We'll see how much we can get through your organic. Then before you turn on ads, if the offer converts organically, we can put ads behind it and then really push it. And that's when the business will really grow. And then it's all about hiring the right service delivery managers to deliver it for you. You guys are just the brand face and they're delivering it all. And then you have the program education built out for other people to deliver. Yeah, and then for bigger clients, you can hop on for the revenue clients. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. We come up with it together, really. It's never alone. It's all collaborative, isn't it? Like you do it through collaboration. So we're going to map out your 10K offer. Yeah. So if I said to you, because it has to be an element of like you want to do it, if you had this mapped out and you went away and built the material over the next month, because I can tell you how to map it out over the next 4 weeks, are you prepared to start selling these if people were wanting this and you're happy to start selling it?
What are you talking about right now?
You know, within the next 4 weeks.
As long as, I think, yeah, then the whole issue just comes down back to the fulfillment.
It's like we need to dial in our own fulfillment process before we can start.
This is what we're going to do.
Okay.
So we're going to work out the fulfillment for the 10K plan.
And who we need to hire. Right?
Yes, and then we're going to work out who you need to hire. So we're going to work out what you're going to do, then how you're going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess in 4 weeks' time we can start selling this.
Yeah. And I don't want to just do this with you and then you're like, that's a good idea, but we're not really fully bought into it. No. If you're not fully bought in, that's okay, you can say. And then
I'd say we're more into
I think once we've done the process, before we can teach it, then we're ready to actually teach it.
And then for me, it's like, when you've sold these 10K plans, initially you will sell it, but then very quickly you'll have a closer in place, you'll have a guy delivering it, and you will attract the right people. Because money will be coming in, you can hire really good talent. You can pay 5K salaries, 6K salaries to the right people, and then you might even hire for 8, 9K a month an operational director who will handle everything, and then you just get an email at the end of every night who's like, this is how many people we onboarded, this is everything that's happening in the business, and you guys are just like, great, we'll just keep promoting. That's the ultimate goal here.
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, and we only build that fulfillment, that level of fulfillment where it's hands off from you, if the activation points are done from the beginning properly. Okay. So solution is easier to think about first. So the solution that you're offering on this 10K plan, it is what?
So by the end of set amount of months.
Yeah. So who's the avatar for this, for the 10K plan?
An influencer that's educating their audience.
Yeah. So would you say, are you an influencer who has more than 10K of audience and you're looking to truly grow your business, but you've never really found out how people are doing it, the way we've done it with Eddie, the way we've done it with this guy? We're going to give you all the secrets. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right.
So it's avatar is 10K. They could be on
Ideally,
IG.
Yeah.
But if they're YouTube, they're even easier.
Yeah,
Yeah. 10K IG, and then we can just we won't promote it too much, but you could even say if you've got at least 5K YouTube, yeah? Mm-hmm. Are you happy with those numbers?
Yep.
Male or female? Fitness, non-fitness, online?
Education is health of relationships.
Great. So if you work, do you run online? Actually, some of these people don't have a business. Do you have an audience within health, wealth, and fitness, at least 10K on Instagram or 5K on YouTube? We will help you come up with a high ticket. We will help you come up with your business and build it from the ground up with you, getting you to X per month at the end of 90 days. What is that?
What would you say is a reasonable amount? 50K? Enough to be...
Within 90 days, if you're doing 50K, they have to be a great business owner. They have to be really efficient. If they're coming from zero, it depends where we're at. If they have an audience, remember you have to also check audience is legit. They're not from India. They're not like, you've got to do that bit. But like solution, what can you guarantee? You take some guy on who's got 10K. He's got a great engaged audience.
And if we do a high ticket program, we can definitely do over 10K a month.
Yeah, I know you can do 10K. How much would you be confident to say this much of your money back?
It also kind of depends on the niche. So let's say someone's in fitness. Let's say someone like Eddie had 10K.
Yeah. Fitness is low yielding, so which means the plans are like £200, £300 usually.
Whereas if someone in Airbnb niche had 10K, then it's like we know we can make 100K with it.
So then this is why you'll attract a bunch of people. So what happens in any business is you might close 100 people over the next few months on this. There'll be 20% that get results. Then those 20% will be your next new avatar for the business, because you'll be like, now we know who to target. Yeah. Right now it's vague, but 20% will get the results which will make up the future avatar.
I'd say if we were to come up with an avatar right now, it would be the BizOp niche.
Yeah. Wealth.
This one?
Wealth
Yeah.
niche.
Yeah.
And then
So specifically wealth.
Yeah, so that's BizOp.
But one resistance, I'm just playing devil's advocate, you've been in fitness so far.
It's true.
So if you do get your Airbnb get a guy to pop, that'll be even better.
I think that's probably better.
That is,
The Airbnb, because I think
Okay.
advertising high ticket with BizOp is
Yeah.
also then.
let's do that. And we can test as well. So like, let's see what happens. You will, maybe you can say wealth in a vague way, in a way which is attracting others as well, but we can see how you would do it.
Yeah, this is just to niche down if we had to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what will be our ideal situation.
Yeah.
But obviously market dictates.
And the solution is 10, 20, how much? 20, okay. 20K, and what's the time? 90 days? Are you happy with 90 days? 12 weeks? What are you happy with?
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, if it's just like a sales tip, if you're saying it to sell, it's 90 days because it sounds quicker. And if you're saying it to deliver, it's 12 weeks because it's longer. Yeah. So 20K in 90 days. And now, you know, the effort and sacrifice bit, make them feel like it's hardly any effort on their side with a system that's completely done with you. Yeah. Which is, you need to name that mechanism with our something system.
Yeah. Like
So-
done with you blueprint or something like that.
Yeah. Do you want to give it a name? Anything that's top of mind?
Well, it's just our name office scalers is one thing.
Yeah, that's your company name.
No.
The reason why you can give strong money back guarantees and say, or 100% of your money back, and a great way to say this is, we will even sign a contract to say we will give your money back if we waste your time. Because if someone was to do this and they did not follow your advice, they'd never be stupid enough to ask for your money back. And
Would you say it's like a conditional guarantee?
well, guarantees are always conditional. You can never, every guarantee online is conditional. If I don't ever log into the platform and I don't do it, I'll give you, by the way, a contract that you can give to your clients, which can be signed, and it has the details in there, and it words it perfectly. I've spent a lot of money getting that contract worded properly, so I'll give it to you guys for free. And that way, you never have that issue. And what will happen is when you have a high guarantee, you do have a refund rate, which as your business grows, because if you sold to 100 people, you will get one person, 2 people, normally 2, that say, I need a refund, you promised me this, but that's the nature of business. You give it to them and you show goodwill, because we do business with good integrity, but also the amount of people that you attracted was way more than you lost. Yeah. So this is the solution. So then the problem becomes really obvious. It is audience making no money, broke. Everyone else is making money online, but I'm not.
Yeah. It's that broke influencer syndrome.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great name, that. Broke influencer syndrome. That's your marketing right there.
That's not from me, by the way. That's from another growth operator, Eddie. Eddie comes back to me.
Oh, I love his content's good, isn't it? He makes his reels like so engaging. Really can still use that term. And like, we're offer scalers. We work with people, we work with businesses, we're offer scalers. We work with influencers that have got at least 10K audience. And what we'll do is we'll take you from having no money coming in, or the broke audience, how you want to word it, and we'll get you to at least 20K within 90 days on our proven method that we've done here. Does that sound compelling to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, what happens with the onboarding? So they get onboarded. This is the juicy bit. So they get onboarded. It's like, obviously, your Slack, all your automations go here. And you want to get them in. Are you going to run this on school? Where do you want to run it?
The video modules.
Yeah.
Probably GHL.
Then you have to use their client portal for the community side, or you have to put the community in Slack.
Do you recommend Slack or Discord?
I think Slack, just because of preference.
Okay.
Yeah. Some will say different. If you prefer Discord, use Discord. I'm just used to Slack. Once you used to go start with one, it's hard to change.
Because I know someone who does this sort of program. He uses Discord and he hosts his video calls on GHL.
GHL's membership site is really good. It's the same as Kajabi.
Yeah.
You can just run it on there. It's really easy to build as well. Like for lead magnets, it's good to build them off GHL. So I like building lead magnets on GHL because let's say you want to liquidate some of your ad costs. So you're running an ad, you put £1,000 behind an ad and you launch how to do X, how to make your first 2K online will help you because 20K is what they pay you for, but maybe the 2K is what you'll be your lead magnet because to give them some initial value. And then you'll run a lead magnet and that course will be on GHL and then all the setup and automations to chase them up and follow them up will be on the back end of that. And then because they have a separate login and all that stuff, it's really organized to keep it all in GHL. I would
even on because Slack, I mean not Slack, school. When people are consuming the video calls, you can't track their progress. However, on GHL, you can see their account if you watch certain videos.
School will have updates for that. They have. You can see gamification, so you can see that chart. But I do think they'll have more and more updates for it.
Eventually.
Yeah. No, it takes time. I just think I'm not saying do school for sure, but I just think you guys are known, starting to build a name for that, and if you're like. You can tie you winning the school games to you running it on there maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't know.
We'll see.
That's not the most important bit.
So would you say this will be a community once someone's closed in?
So once they're closed, let's say you've closed 20 people in the month one, all 20 will be housed in a community because what makes people stay in a high ticket program is not just how much they pay, but it's also how others help them. Because when they get others helping them within a community, they'll connect that value to you.
So you see the Slack communication, is that just one-to-one between your team and the...
So Slack will have 2 channels. So channel 1 will be the group, if it was doing it my way. And then channel 2 would be directly within the team, you, customer success manager, and everybody else, and that client. So there'll be 2, which is client name and then group for everyone. So let's say this was called Offer Scalers, Accelerator, Offer Scalers, Offer Scalers for Content Creators, whatever it was called. This program now we're going to map out for them. So what they need to obviously learn about sales. That needs to be there. They need to learn about editing content, or they already got that editing content.
That's the thing.
They've got
I
that.
really want to work with people who are already
Okay.
dialed in.
So then that's good. So let's not focus on what is the first thing that you want to cover with them.
We maybe do want to briefly brush over it.
Go over
So like
content.
branding.
Okay.
We still go over content.
And do you want to do this over modules and then a call to confirm it all?
Yes.
Great.
So this will be about branding, finding who the customer avatar is.
Market research, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, great. I do the same with mine. Let's call this brand section. You can give these all names to do with your brand. Yeah. And then within this, you'll do all the modules. And then so you can see how my program was structured, how you have a call at the end of it. And then what that does is, so how an intelligent way to run this is, let's say that's a video. So let's say it's on school, for example, or on GHL. It's a video, and underneath that video is a resource for that video on the document that they can fill out. But then underneath that is a jot form. So all the questions that you've asked them about their avatar, they complete on a jot form. They submit. After the submission, it gets put into the Slack channel. And then instantly they have a record of what they submitted. And then as they move through the course, everything is documented in Slack and the customer success manager can see their progress. Yeah. And then as a business, what we can do is start to take measurements in the back end of, by the way, behind all of this will be a project management system like Asana, Monday.com, ClickUp. What you can do is you can start to look at how fast people are completing stuff, because then you can start to manage your team, your success managers, and say, can we add another touch point in so we can get people to complete quicker? The quicker they complete it, the higher chance of success, the higher chance of you getting a revenue partner. Brand, and then what do you want to cover next?
Probably the offer.
Great, perfect. This is a offer. And now, who's going to build that funnel? Are they going to build it themselves, or are you going to build it?
So to make it as easy as possible for them, so for example, effort sacrifice, we may have someone, maybe an automations guy, a funnel expert, to just set up the automations. But you see on GHL, can't you just like
give a template?
Yeah, give snapshots.
And that's where you can say done for you. So you can say done for you funnel because you are providing it. Mm-hmm. And then because the good thing is that when you're working within one niche, you have a templated funnel that you know works. Yeah, and then you change the words, change the brand, change the logo, and then copy. That's how most agencies work, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so then here, straight after that funnel offer, then what you're going to do for them, what do you want to call this section? This is the done for you bit.
Systems,
Funnel
funnel systems, creation, something like that.
Yeah, so let's say funnel build. You want to give these like nice branded names, because then it's like, which bit are you on? Oh, I'm on this bit. And so once you do the offer and they've submitted their offer, which will then go in the Slack channel, which the customer success manager can see, great, he submitted his offer. This guy who we've onboarded has no clue about offers. We don't think he gets it. So when we do his call, before we build his funnel, we need to make sure we give him more time to go over that with him. Offer refinement. Some people, he gets it straight away, he's ready to go into funnels.
Do you recommend we should have an expert in each section like you do? Or does a client success manager have a good
In the beginning of scaling, you don't. Eventually, you will hire a team of customer success managers and running them on a round robin, which is basically where you have hired CSMs within funnel, within different expertise, and I'll share with you a job ad for a CSM, and then you end up hiring them, and then whoever is helping that person on whichever section, they have that support. So one day you might create an ad, we're looking for a customer success manager that has experience within GHL, funnel building, and offer refinement, preferably 3 years experience, paying this salary. That's how you find that person. You build a funnel for them, completely done. You take the information that was in the Slack channel from brand and offer, because then now you would have asked for their logo, you would have asked for all that part, and then all of a sudden a funnel is built for them. And then remember there's a call here, and then a call here. And then this call is here, we've built this for you, and this is what we're running. And this is the call where it's like time to launch. And now the goal is for you to get your clients through. How fast can you get them through? Which you'll see. If you can get them through this within 7 days, that's quick, because then within 7 days, they've signed up and they can potentially start making money. Yeah. And then remember, if they are just off organic and not ads, you will get some people who will have like not a lot of trust built with their audience. The only bit is why I said the 20% of them will convert, will get you results, because some people have rinsed their audience for value. Some people haven't. Some people have got an audience that's just they've never even pitched anything to. Some girl has got thirsty guys on there. So only by doing it, you'll find out what works. And then you'll have that avatar even more refined eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. This is why I wouldn't be afraid to sell to fitness guys as well.
Yeah. In the beginning, we'll go broad and then we'll niche down on the market. And
then at this point, when you launch the funnel, if they start smashing it, this is where you can give do you want to come on as a partner?
Okay.
And then it's like really slick. Now there's one delivery method. This business works in one fashion. When you have one avatar, one solution, you can scale. If you're doing tailored plans for every single person like you're doing now, you can't scale that. You see the simplicity of this business now, how easy it is. Funnel building, and then there's got to be an element of like building a machine here, which is like, do you expect them to do the closing? Do you expect them to hire a closer? Do you expect them to, what happens at that point? This is what you're going to set up.
To make it more done for you, it's more about we have like a pool of appointment setters and closers that we've trained, that we have, that are ready to be placed into.
Okay, so that's great. And that makes now your 10K offer unbelievable, because not only will we sell for you, we'll also build a funnel. That's great. The only bottleneck that can happen is if you have, are these always organic, never ads?
Yes.
Okay, then you just need to make sure your salespeople and setters are highly trained so they can get that influencer results.
Okay.
And then like the setters just need middle of funnel activity, pushing people to appointments. So all this bit you can take care of, and then they bank the money. You then use a tool like Databox. Oh, sorry, you've got them on your GHL as well. So you've built them on GHL, and this adds, like I would charge them 200 a month here to add GHL, and then instantly they always have a software now, and then your LTV with clients will be extremely high because
they don't want to leave that.
They can never leave it. Yeah. So then what you've done is you're now becoming an agency model which is like we're not only doing it for you, we're building it for you, we're selling it for you, literally doing everything.
Yeah, you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, I really think it's cheap for 10k now.
Yeah, to be honest, because like even doing the whole setters and closers sourcing them, that means we on the side have to start training people and start hiring people.
And that comes from our own pocket, obviously.
Yeah.
Unless, like how you're doing, you're selling school coaching on how to become a good salesman.
That is another arm of the business if you do that. You can do that because you might partner up with we have like so many closers, so you might even say to a business like mine, can you give us closers? And we'll just send you closers that are trained, or you can use any business.
Yeah, we've got a network who know like,
even this Chris, you will have.
Yeah, we have 3 people who manage sales.
You won't be short on finding good sales setters and closers, but you'll be short on finding good loyal people that will stay. So you want to, like with the setter, how much to pay them, because you want to give them a small salary. Most people do commission only. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you're liking the content I'm putting out, drop a comment. It really helps boost the algorithm, helps us spread this content to even more people. And see you on the next one.